So FloraPark simulation is a supply chain strategy game, right, to achieve three learning objectives, right? To be more specific, the first is supply chain coordination or collaboration by contracts. That's our research topic, right? We published so many papers on this, right? Now it is time to put them, right, in the practitioner's hands to make a difference. So students will experiment on various price and quantity contracts, right, to learn how to go from backstabbing to win-win. Right? It's also a total business game, right? Students will play the C-suite team perspective, right? CEOs, and so on, and make strategic decisions on not only supply chains but also on marketing. Now, through this game, your students will learn how important it is to make these decisions jointly, right? Supply chain marketing is always tightly connected, but somehow missing from our curriculum. And the last learning goal is negotiation and teamwork. So students will practice intensive negotiation among trading partners, right? That is also missing from most curriculums. But in supply chain collaboration, this is really important. So why FloraPark? So let's talk about the beer game first. And the beer game, as everybody knows, it simulates order quantities, right? Negotiation in non-competing supply chains. So we have multiple supply chains in the beer game. They are serving different markets, right? And the suppliers and retailers are negotiating related quantities only. Now, because of this setup, collaboration makes a lot of sense, right? And it's really all about handshaking. Now, think about it in real life. How many times we only negotiate quantities but not price, right? And other things, right? I would say that's very rare, right? So most likely the trading partners will negotiate not only quantities but also price. But whenever price come into play, it immediately generates the conflict of interest, right? Because all the suppliers want the wholesale price to be higher, and the retailers want it to be lower, right? So the price is putting them in direct conflict, and then they start backstabbing, right? And this is not simulated by the beer game. And so we create the floor game, right, to simulate not only handshaking but also backstabbing. Okay, so the floor game has two important features that is different from the beer game. And the first is, right, the price. So the trading partners negotiated not only quantities but also price. And also the supply chains are competing in the same market, right? They're not serving different markets, they're competing in the same market. This combination actually makes the game much more intriguing in the sense that, on one hand, the external competition, right, force the trading partners in each supply chain to collaborate. If they don't, they're going to lose, right? On the other hand, the price introduced the conflict of interest, right, which forced them into self-interested actions. So this paradox, right, really bring up the fundamental issue in supply chain integration, right? That is how to collaborate and fight against each other in the same time, right? So the learning objective of this game, right, is for students to learn this conflict, right, to resolve this paradox, right? The learning objective is how to balance the self-interested actions, that to get a larger share of the pie, right, versus collaboration, right, to compete against other supply chains. That is to increase the size of the pie, right? So students have to fight, have to backstab, and also collaborate, handshaking in the same time. They have to find a way to do both,